Now, after 5 deaths in Calais in recent weeks, a Kent MP is warning that would-be illegal migrants will continue risking their lives unless French politicians crack down on the situation. Mark Reckless, who's a member of the Commons Home Affairs Select Committee, says that he hopes a newly elected mayor will take a tougher line.
Now, in an exclusive investigation on this programme last week, we showed how people were prepared to go as far as balancing on the axle of lorries in a desperate bid to try and get into the UK. Peter Whittlesey has our latest report from Calais.
Balancing on the axle of a lorry, the desperate measures taken by migrants to get into Britain were filmed by BBC South East. A Kent MP is now calling for the French authorities to take action before more lives are lost.
And we need to secure the border, because the worst thing we could do would be to let up our guard, because if it was possible for these refugees or asylum seekers or economic migrants there may be to come through more easily, that would attract more, including to put their own lives at risk.
When the Prime Minister saw the footage, he said the government was tackling illegal immigration.
Whether it's shutting down bogus colleges, whether it's putting a cap on migration from outside the European Union, whether it's making sure we police our ports and airports properly, we're taking all of those steps. Immigration is a major concern for people in this country, and it's a major concern for me.
In Calais today, volunteers prepare food at this soup kitchen. They claim migrants will take greater risks because in a few months this centre will close, so those living rough in the town will have no support, making them even more desperate to cross the channel.
The only way to go to Britain is to board a lorry or a boat or in Calais, or a train in Calais. If they do it in a hurry, if there's no preparation to their travel, that's a risk.
Off camera, one migrant told me he was caught this morning by a sniffer dog hiding in a lorry. He says he tries to stow away every day. With pressure building on the French police, a harder line towards the encampments might be introduced. The French authorities have allowed Syrians to camp here because they're fleeing a war-torn country. By the migrants' own estimations, there are only around 20 Syrians here. The rest, therefore, the French view as economic migrants, and therefore they have no problems in pulling down their camps. And that would be welcomed by some in Calais.
I don't think it adds anything to Calais, actually. And we travelled a bit further on and we saw another smaller encampment. So, yeah, it's not so good.
The people don't like an immigrant.
This footage was filmed on a lorry owned by Clive Mills. This week he highlighted the problems he encounters in Calais to the Secretary of State for Transport, urging politicians to tackle the current situation in France. Peter Whittlesey, BBC South East Today, Calais.
Now, it was our exclusive footage of migrants riding on the axles of UK-bound trucks and chasing after vehicles in Calais that reignited concerns and debate over illegal immigration from there. According to the authorities in France, at least 100 migrants a week are reaching the UK by concealing themselves on trucks. One French charity says that since 2002 there have been 200 migrants killed trying to get into the UK. And the BBC has discovered that 5 people have been killed in the last 2 months alone.
It's shocking footage that you've been showing on the programme, but it shows the huge incentive that people are willing to take, even to get from France to come to the UK. And it shows that there's a huge grey economy in the UK where you can find work illegally. There's also family ties and things. But it shows that the UK is a huge pool for people around the world to come here.
Well, our special correspondent Colin Campbell is in Dover for us now. And Colin, there's been quite a reaction, hasn't there, since your report was broadcast last week?
There has, yeah. David Cameron has, of course, commented on the details of our investigation and attempted to defend the government's policy to try to deter illegal immigration into the UK. As you heard in Peter's report, the Transport Minister, Patrick McLaughlin, has met with some hauliers who are very frustrated and disappointed with what's going on over in Calais. The story has also today ended up on the front page of one national newspaper with the headline, "Dying to get into Britain." What we simply don't know, though, are what conversations, if any, are being held between the British government and the French authorities.
But we have actually had the opportunity to speak to the Deputy Mayor of Calais this evening, Philippe Mignonnet.
That's right. The local authorities in Calais on Sunday were re-elected, and they are very keen now to try to do something to prevent the migrants jumping on board the trucks in the town. Now, Philippe Mignonet has told us that he is trying to arrange a meeting with the French national government. At that meeting, he says he is going to call for more police to alleviate the situation in Calais. He says that the government over there at the moment isn't doing enough, and he will call for tough action.
Colin, thank you.